All right, we are at the end of another NBA 2K cycle. It's kind of crazy. I started making videos on NBA 2K14, and my next video was going to be on NBA 2K26. It's actually mind-blowing to me. And you guys over the weekend saw me do a 20-year historic rebuild with the Chicago Bulls. I love that one so much. I started that one in the Kobe era, so today for my final video, we're going to be doing a fantasy draft, and we're going to start it in the LeBron era. So it's going to be around like the 2011 time frame, and I'm going to make it somewhat challenging today as well. I'm limiting myself to one trade in a year. So at the start of the NBA season, all the way till the start of the next season, I'm allowed to make one trade. So I have to decide if I want to make a trade at the deadline, in the off season, during the draft specifically. And let's randomize our team as well. I'm going to stop it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's going to be the team. The Sacramento Kings. Let's do this. So what pick do we get? Let's see. Derrick Rose actually goes number 1 here. LeBron goes number 2. Kobe 3. KD 4. Russ 5. Or Dwayne Wade 5. Russ 6. Tell me the Kings are picking in the top half. Okay, so we're not picking. I never pick high in these fantasy drafts. Damn, a young Steph Curry went right ahead of me. I assume, yeah, like all these guys are off the board. Melo, Chris Paul. That was like somebody I really wanted to get. So we could take Joe Johnson, Zach Randolph, a younger Josh Smith, which is kind of exciting. Ray Allen, Carl Spoozer, a young Joakim Noah as well. Chauncey Billups, Andre Iguodala. I mean, Iggy's a really good shooting guard. We could take LaMarcus Aldridge. I don't mind Manu Ginobili, but he could be there in the second round. A young Brook Lopez could be a good idea. But I'm also intrigued about a young James Harden. What are the odds James Harden would be there in the second round? I feel like this is a little risky to take him this high. So I'm actually going to take LaMarcus Aldridge here in the first round. He's somebody that could be a back-to-the-basket guy, good post scorer, one of the more underrated players in, honestly, the 21st century. So we're actually picking later than I thought. There is a chance that we can get, damn, there goes DeMarcus Cousins. He looks pretty good. Thus, being in the NBA offseason, I've had a little bit more time on my hands, and I've dedicated the summer to just trying to get in the best shape as possible. And I got to thank my friends over there at Huel for helping me get into that best shape possible. So thank you to Huel for sponsoring today's video. I've been using Huel's Black Edition all summer long to get in the best shape possible. Huel's Black Edition has 40 grams of protein per meal, 27 vitamins and minerals, everything you need in this drink that you can take on the go. If I'm walking to the office, if I'm walking to the gym, home from the gym, this can help me get all my nutrients super easy, especially if I don't have any time to cook. It's got 400 calories in a serving, 40 grams of protein as well in the serving. And like I said, those 27 essential vitamins and minerals per serving. And it's a drink that's just super easy that you could take on the go. You just fill your shaker cup up with water, you put it in the shaker, you shake it up, and then you are good to go. And dietitians and nutritionists have put this together to give us the best drink possible, all in 400 calories. You get all of that, 6 grams of fiber as well, and they have so many different flavors as well that you can add to on Huel. And there are just so many different flavors that you can get with Huel. I personally love the vanilla flavor. It's a classic and it's a staple of mine. And what's amazing about Huel as well, it comes out to around $2.65 per meal. Just amazing value that you get with Huel. And they're running a great promotion for you guys, my viewers, to use code 6rings15. You can see it on your screen now, capital SIXRINGS 15, to get 15% off today with a minimum order value of $75. A link to that is going to be in the description and the pinned comment as well. And thank you again to Huel for sponsoring today's video. So I assume John Wall already went, and we are on the board, and okay, James Harden fell to me. Oh wait, did John Wall not go, or did he go a little bit higher? Because DeMarcus Cousins went ahead of John Wall. I mean, we could take John Wall, or I could take James Harden. Who would I prefer here? I think I might go with John Wall. Let's take John Wall here. Let's go. John Wall and Marcus Aldridge. Not the best floor spacing duo, at least in the year 2011, but it's an exciting duo nonetheless. So we're on the clock here in the third round. We could look at a big man, Shaq, making 866K. Yeah, the big men get thin over time as well. And I don't want to also just have so many large contracts because I'm not going to have too much financial flexibility going forward. But the John Wall contract will be nice for us. Wesley Matthews, pair him up with LaMarcus Aldridge. He's 24 years old, but he does have, it won't show me his contract extension kicking in, where he's going to be making roughly $7 million a year. I could take a expiring Jason Richardson, a 32-year-old Rip Hamilton, 33-year-old Vince Carter. I think I'm going to take Wesley Matthews. I do need a good three-point shooter, and I trust him a little bit more than some of these other guys. And I do need a big man. I'm worried about Okafor's contract, but Emeka Okafor would be kind of dope. I mean, we could always dump him. I think he'll be fine. All right, so let's get Emeka Okafor. John Wall being somewhat cheap, I think will be great for us going forward. And let's wrap out this starting five with a defensive beast in Tony Allen. So yeah, Tony Allen, LaMarcus Aldridge, Emeka Okafor, and John Wall. Not the floor spacing you want, but we can make it work over time. I think I may look to take like Tiago Splitter as a good backup center, making roughly $4 million a year, which is still a decent amount back then. I'm also going to take a young Hassan Whiteside. Actually, no, he's making $22 million a year. I don't know how that's possible. Okay, so I'm going to take a young Larry Sanders with my next pick. So I have 3 centers, and injuries are going to be on today as well. I'm going to take Nate Robinson to be my backup point guard to John Wall. I kind of want to take Josh Childress, but he's making a decent amount of money, but he's got a dope throw. So, yeah, like with the hair, so infamous or so famous, right, for that. So I'm going to take Josh Childress there. We're up again. I think I could take another shooter like Kyle Korver, but he's got 15 million guaranteed. Sasa Vucevic, we could take Raja Bell, but he's 34. Queen Azubuike in the David Lee trade back then. Francisco Garcia, Randy Foye. Let's take Randy Foye. I thought he was going to be like a little bit more than what he was, but he had a good career. And at the end of the draft, I ended up taking Michael Finley, 1-year deal, 37 years old, Earl Clark, Rashard McCants, and Austin Day. I think former Detroit Piston, right? Thought he was going to be like a floor spacing 4. So how bad is our salary cap situation? I'm keeping the salary cap on. Okay, we're only about like a little bit over the cap, which is really good. Like the Knicks have some cap space. Oh my God, the New Jersey Nets with Kobe, Rashard Lewis, Nene, and Gerald Wallace are negative 46 million over the cap. The Pacers are negative 35 million in cap space right now. But then there's some teams that have some cap as well. So we're going to have injuries on today. We have the 2011 draft class coming up this year. Every team gets their own draft picks again. We have John Wall, Josh Childress, Wesley Matthews, Aldridge, and Okafor with Allen, Splitter, Nate Robinson, Randy Foye off the bench. That's good with me. I believe we have good depth, and I'm excited to watch John Wall and LA12. System proficiency under, I don't know who the coach is going to be, George Karl, no, Paul Westphal. Let's see. We are going to not trade LaMarcus Aldridge for Derek Favors. We start off the season 1-2. John Wall at 15-10. Aldridge 15-11. Splitter 12-18. Okay. Then we lost to the Nets by 26. They do have Kobe Bryant. John Wall 6-21. This is technically John Wall's rookie season, so I'm okay with John Wall not like having the growing pains, but we can get a franchise stud. And what is nice about having John Wall under this contract as well, as John Wall should be making, sub $7.5 million for the next 4 years. And remember, I can only make one trade in a year. So especially if I'm contending, oh man, like I gotta figure out when to use it, right? Do I want to use it mid-season? Do I want to use it in the off-season? Because what if I want to make a big trade deadline acquisition if somebody gets hurt? Unfortunately, Josh Childress broke his left thigh. He's out 6 to 8 weeks. He was actually looking pretty good to start off the year. That Okafor contract gets very expensive. I feel like he's going to be my first, not like salary dump, but I feel like that could be my first trade. It's just like Emeka Okafor. Such a beast at UConn, man. And I wonder if we can use that cap, which is a decent amount of our salary cap, to get somebody a little bit better over time. And there goes LaMarcus Aldridge for 6 to 8 weeks. And we are here at the trade deadline with a 23-26 record. So in the Western Conference, that's going to make us the 11th seed right now. And if you remember back then, there is no play-in tournament. So the Thunder are at the top here with Sean Marion, Blake Griffin, who's technically in his rookie year as well because of the injury, Eric Gordon, who's like really good as a three-point shooter and just an overall scorer. Do they have somebody that's hurt? No, that's just a 1 seed. Shout out to them. Portland with Drew Holiday and Dwayne Wade is an elite defensive backcourt. And then you have Ben Wallace at the 5 with David West and Tayshaun Prince. Golden State's pretty good with Tim Duncan, Mike Conley, Corey Maggette, Greg Oden, and older T-Mac. The Nets with Kobe at the top of the East. Charlotte with Russell Westbrook and a young Paul George with Yao Ming. That team could win it all with Lamar Odom in his special role as the 6th man. And then if you remember as well, every division leader gets a top 3 spot. So the Bulls, who are under 500, are currently the 3 seed. So yeah, I don't think I'm going to make any trades here at the deadline. I mean, at the end of the year, like, do I have a really... I don't know. Like, I'm okay losing Finley and Rashard McCants for nothing. And these guys, I feel like it would just be short-sighted to make a big move right now. Like, LaMarcus Aldridge has been good for us. John Wall is averaging 23 and 9. Good Lord. 49, 33, 75 splits. Childress has been fine. Wesley Matthews shooting 30% from 3. He could be better. Nate Robinson has been pretty bad, unfortunately. So the morale is down, but that's fine. Like, I think we're going to be somewhat competitive in the second half. We've had some injuries as well this year. Like LaMarcus Aldridge has missed some time. It's funny. He was out like 6 to 8 weeks and he missed 4 games. Like, what are we doing 2K with that? And if we look at the MVP race, Dwayne Wade of the Portland Trailblazers, Where was this in my my Bulls rebuild? Actually, no, we got a different version of Dwayne Wade. You have LeBron, Russ, Kobe, and Blake Griffin. Blake Griffin could just beat out John Wall. We'll see for the Rookie of the Year race. Manu and Odom, top of the Six Man of the Year race. KG, Depoy race for the Suns. Shout out to me trading him to Phoenix in that Bulls rebuild. I definitely recommend go watching that. It was a fun one. And right after the trade deadline, when Marcus Aldridge gets hurt again. So we are 11 games under 500, and I lost the Mecca Okafor to a dislocated left patella. So I don't know if that's going to affect his status in the offseason. And I got to make my trade in the offseason because then it resets right after I go into the 2012 season. So we will be making a trade in the offseason. Damn. Like Okafor, Wall, Aldridge, Wesley Matthews all got hurt this year. And Dwayne Wade ends up winning MVP. He's like the next Clyde Drexler over there in Portland. Blake Griffin does beat out John Wall for Rookie of the Year. Manu Ginobili, Sixth Man of the Year. Dwight gets Depoy. DeMar DeRozan, Most Improved Player in Detroit. Really good numbers from him. Scott Brooks, Coach of the Year. Alex Hartman, Executive of the Year. So you have Wade, LeBron, Russ, KD in Orlando, and Dwight Howard in Denver. All NBA first team. It would have been sick to get Dwight Howard. You got DeMarcus Cousins, Tim Duncan, Blake Griffin, Derrick Rose, and Chris Paul on All NBA second team. Chris Paul in Indiana. You have Kobe, Iggy, who I could have drafted, Pau Gasol, Josh Smith, who I could have drafted, and Andrew Bynum on All NBA third team. Do we get anybody on the All Defensive teams? We do not, but we do get John Wall on All Rookie first team, and Tiago Splitter on All Rookie second team. So we did not make the playoffs this year, obviously. We ended the season with a 34-48 record. Who knows where the draft lottery could take me here in 2011, where you could end up with somebody like Jimmy Butler, Kyrie Irving, Klay Thompson, etc. And I'm allowed one trade, so if I wanted to trade up, that is my only trade I can make this offseason. And yeah, hopefully we're going to get Okafor back, like not too deep into the offseason. I will turn the injury off so I can trade him. That's still a weird rule in 2K. So let's see who ends up going at least to the conference finals. In the Eastern Conference, you're going to have the one-seeded Nets with Kobe, who's injured. Oh, no. He's averaging 29 points in the playoffs. How bad is he hurt? He broke his ankle. Oh, my God, at 32. So they're going up against Charlotte, who should now, I mean, with Paul George, Russ, Yao Ming, be able to go to the finals. You have three-seeded Dallas with Devin Harris, Monte Ellis, guys that actually ended up becoming Mavericks in real life, Kevin Love on this team. And then they're going up against the Portland Trailblazers with the MVP, Dwayne Wade, and a young Drew Holiday. NBA Finals, Portland Trailblazers versus the Charlotte Bobcats. So it's going to be Russell Westbrook versus Dwayne Wade, and the Trailblazers win it all. So Dwayne Wade, best player in the NBA. He gets MVP and Finals MVP in year number one. There goes Shaq, Jason Kidd, Jerry Stackhouse, Grant Hill, Antonio McDyess, Ben Wallace. Mike James ends up retiring, Earl Boykins, Jason Williams. I don't see any Sacramento Kings retiring. It would have been like Michael Finley. So some very notable coaches end up retiring. Shaq and Jason Kidd go to the Hall of Fame, and there's going to be some branding changes there. So we're not going to implement any rule changes. Let's go here to the draft lottery, which can be very big for us. We're projected the 7th overall pick. These are the old lottery odds pre-2019. Hopefully David Stern can rig this a little bit for the Sacramento Kings. Unfortunately, that will not be happening. We are picking number 7 here in the 2011 draft. Like I said, I can look to trade up. Paul Westphal has terrible ratings, but like, can I sign a real coach? Like, there's plenty of like, shout out to Bickerstaff, Malone, Hornacek assistants, but those are all going to get blocked. You know what? I'm going to fire Paul Westphal. It's just the ratings are really bad. I'm going to try to get Rudy Tomjanovich to be the next head coach. Bang, there we go. So if I look at the mock drafts, at number 7, Jonas Valanciunas, Nikola Vucevic. Yeah, I would like to move up a little bit. Like, could I get to pick 4? Because then I'm guaranteed one of Kawhi, Kyrie, Jimmy, or Clay. And I'd probably prefer everybody but Kyrie just because I have John Wall at the moment. So let's see. My one trade this offseason would be to move up to pick number 4. I would offer you 7. I would offer you Nate Robinson. And I would offer you... I don't want to trade too much of my depth. I don't want to move Larry Sanders either. I mean, I could... like, Okafor is still hurt. But this is my one trade anyway, so I can't even move Okafor after this. I can move Josh Childress. I can move Wesley Matthews. I'll do Randy Foye, Nate Robinson to move up 2 spots. The Miami Heat are going to say yes to that. All right, so let's start the 2011 draft. The Phoenix Suns are on the clock, and they're going to select Kawhi Leonard. It was a pipe dream for him to fall to 4. I'm hoping Kyrie goes number 2 or number 3, because then this is going to be kind of awkward. The Grizzlies select Kyrie Irving at 2, so we're going to either be bringing in Klay Thompson to be in the backcourt with John Wall or Jimmy Butler, and it is going to be the latter. Jimmy Butler is going to be coming to Sacramento as Klay Thompson got drafted by the Minnesota Timberwolves. So the Heat do not end up with Jimmy Butler like they eventually got in the 2019 offseason. We end up with him here. And in the second round, there are some real players still on the board. Norris Cole, I do need a backup point guard after trading away Nate Robinson. Marshawn Brooks, man, he was such a bucket at Providence. I thought he was going to be like really something at the NBA level. Justin Holiday as well, who had probably the longest career out of these guys. I'm going to take Norris Cole to be the backup point guard out of Cleveland State. So we're going to sign Jimmy Butler, and we're also going to sign Norris Cole. Earl Clark and Austin Day, I'll be bringing these guys back. It's for the minimum. Carmelo Anthony's a free agent. Yeah, that's when the Knicks could have just signed him in free agency, but they decided to mortgage the whole future for him and basically ruin the team for a decade. All right, so we don't have like a ton of cap space to spend, and I already used my trade this offseason. So yeah, we're not going to be able to get like any of these big names that are out here, which is fine. So looking at the roster, we're going to have Splitter, Okafor, Sanders. I'm fine at the center spot. Fine at power forward. Honestly, maybe I'll add like one more shooting guard this offseason. I could add a 32-year-old Tracy McGrady. A 23-year-old Jody Meeks is intriguing. Deshaun Stevenson, Anthony Parker. Sasa Vucevic is still there. Keith Bogans. Marco Bellinelli at 24 years old. Could I sign him to a 2-year deal? Let's give him a team option. And yeah, we're going to do that. So Al Horford goes back to Memphis. Zach Randolph goes back to Boston. And Carmelo Anthony goes back to New Orleans. So John Wall's up to an 88. Aldridge is an 86. Matthews goes up as well. Yeah, we got like that Portland Trailblazer connection going forward. Okafor doesn't regress too much, which is nice. And we don't have any contract extensions before the 2012 season, which is obviously headlined by not Andre Drummond, Anthony Davis. I don't think he's going to go number 9 there to the Hawks. So we're going to start off with John Wall at the 1. I'm going to start off with Wesley Matthews at the 2, Jimmy at the 3, Aldridge 4, Okafor 5. We're going to have Josh Childress and Tony Allen come off the bench. Tiago Splitter will be the backup. I don't think Larry Sanders is going to get minutes. So let's go about 15 of Bellinelli as well. Actually, let's go 10 of Bellinelli, and I'm going to go 10 to Norris Cole. We'll go with the 10-man rotation right now. So we're going to go 36 to John Wall. We'll go 30 to rookie Jimmy Butler, 35 to Aldridge. We can go 30 to Okafor, 30 to Matthews, and let's go 2 more to Childress, 2 more to Tony Allen. We are 3-star pace and space, but let's go to 7 seconds, which is 2.5 stars, but I think it can optimize John Wall. Maybe not the best for Aldridge. And we start off the season 1-2 like we did a year ago. John Wall, 21 points throughout the first couple games. Aldridge looking good. I don't know what's going to happen this year. If I'm going to use my one trade at the deadline, I should probably save it for the offseason right now. I just lost Tony Allen for 2 to 4 weeks. And we are 9-9 throughout the first month of the NBA season, which is going to put us with a 4.1 point differential. It's actually pretty good. 6th best in the West. So hopefully we could be a playoff team this year. John Wall hopefully could be an MVP candidate at this rate. Aldridge looks great. Jimmy off to a solid rookie start. Wesley Matthews, though, cannot hit a shot to save his life. All right, so we are here at the trade deadline with a good record. We are 30-21. We're the 4th seed right now in the West, but it does look like we're not as good as like the Thunder or the Warriors, who have some pretty good point differentials. You got Tim Duncan and Mike Conley, Greg Oden, Corey Maggette over there in Golden State. And then OKC, yeah, has Rodney Stuckey now, Eric Gordon, Sean Marion, Blake Griffin, and DeAndre Jordan. I feel like I should make like a rebuild one day of just like Sean Marion, Andre Iguodala, Gerald Wallace, Andre Kirilenko. We're not going to score a lot, but we may be the best defensive team of all time. So Josh Childress has been pretty bad this year, unfortunately. He's currently hurt right now. John Wall, though, is an MVP candidate. Jimmy Butler is having a really good rookie year. Same with LaMarcus Aldridge. Not a rookie year, but just another solid year. Wesley Matthews is hitting his shots again. Norris Cole's missed a ton of time this year, unfortunately. Okafor has been all right, too, when he's playing. I don't think I'm going to make any trades right now at the deadline. I don't think we... Like, do we have any surprising free agents at the end of the year? It's just Earl Watson, who I had to sign. And that's it. Everybody else is either under team control or a guaranteed contract. So let's see if we can make the playoffs here in 2012. John Wall is 4th in MVP, like the race right now. We'll see if he can end up getting it. Jimmy's 4th in rookie of the year. We have no 6th man, no Depoy, and John Wall 3rd in most improved. And there goes our season. Marcus Aldridge fractures his left leg. He's out for the remaining part of the year. And when it rains, it pours. Tiago Splitter, left arm hairline fracture. He's out 4 to 6 weeks. And we are currently fighting for a playoff spot right now. And you can see all the losses there in March. Oh my God. So Kyrie gets rookie of the year. John Wall does not get MVP. Goes to Russell Westbrook. Kemba Walker, 6th man of the year as a rookie for the Raptors. Andrew Bogut, Depoy, okay. Jordan Crawford, most improved. Scott Brooks, coach of the year. So it's not like positionalist rankings here. So John Wall does end up on All-NBA second team, 24 points, 9.5 assists, 1.5 steals. Still a very productive year. Tony Parker, Kobe Bryant, Serge, Amari, and Biyombo. Oh, okay. Rookie Bismack Biyombo, kind of a generational player. Who would have thought? But yeah, we were so bad down the stretch. We didn't even end up making the playoffs. Damn. We kind of choked there. We ended up going 41-41. I don't know if it could show me more in depth. Like, could I see? I don't think so. I wanted to see like the month of March, how bad it was. Can I actually do that? Yeah, so in the month of March, can I see my record or is just the stats? Well, either way, we were scoring about 107 points on average, and then 17 games in the month of March, we scored 96 points. We were abysmal. And yeah, it kind of went downhill when LaMarcus Aldridge got hurt, who's been kind of injury prone so far in this video. So let's see who's going to make it to the conference finals this year. You have the Charlotte Bobcats, who are trying to go back to the NBA Finals, and now a newcomer, the Philadelphia 76ers, with Steve Nash, JJ Redick, Luol Deng, Chris Bosh, and Enes Kanter, with Chris Kaman, Terrence Williams off the bench. And then Portland is back here in the Western Conference Finals, but you have Minnesota with Serge Ibaka and Brook Lopez, the block party over there, the SWAT team. You have Klay Thompson, Jameer Nelson, and Derek Brown. And we have the Bobcats and the Blazers, which is a rematch, correct, of last year. Last year, the Blazers won in 5. And this year, the Bobcats win in 5. So they trade NBA Finals in 5 games. Russell Westbrook averages 41 points, 10 assists, and 5 rebounds on 62% field goal percentage. That is insane. There goes Steve Nash, Michael Finley, a couple former Mavericks. Peja Stojakovic, Wally Szczerbiak ends up retiring. Anthony Parker as well. Steve Nash is going to go to the Hall of Fame, get his jersey retired by the Suns. And the Bobcats logo is going to change, and the Nets are going to become the Brooklyn Nets from New Jersey. So we will have a lottery pick yet again here in the 2012 draft, but it's very likely to be at 14, and that is going to be the case. The Jazz win the Anthony Davis sweepstakes if they want to take him, who, yeah, now is supposed to go number 1 in every single mock. All right, so do I make a trade this offseason? I mean, I should. I didn't make one at the deadline. I may wait till, like, I see who's in free agency if we want to clear up cap space. So, oh my God, the Jazz are trading out of Anthony Davis. What are you doing? Who is this for? Oh my God, who's it? Paul Pierce. Wow. I prefer Anthony Davis in 2012 than Paul Pierce, I'll tell you that. But Paul Pierce was on the Celtics, and the Celtics, oh my God, they don't even take AD. You had it right there. AD in this game is different. I know Dame's great, and you can make an argument Dame's had just as good of a career, but AD is right there. Oh my God, he's on the board. I'm not going to trade up to 3. Like, I traded up last year with the Miami Heat, but oh my God, Anthony Davis is going to fall to 3. If they don't take him, I'm trading up to 4. Okay, they'd take him. That is insane. They were handed 8. Like, that never happens for me. Wow, that is crazy. So we're on the clock here at 14. Austin Rivers, Will Barton, Terrence Ross, those guys are available. Ugh, I don't love a lot of the talent still here. I feel like, yeah, like there goes Drummond. Draymond went number 4. Middleton went number 5. MKG went. Thomas Robinson. So I could take Terrence Ross. I could take Austin Rivers. I'm going to take Austin Rivers here out of Duke. And then I took Robbie Hummel, Purdue legend here in the second round. I think he does some commentary work now as well. So we're going to pick up the team option on Wall, Sanders, Bellinelli, yes. Cole, Clark, and Austin Day, no. So let's go here. Chris Paul is a free agent. Don't really need somebody like him. Now, Dwight would be sick, but we got to see like if there's a massive bidding war for him, because I would move Okafor right now. So the Nuggets have given him 3 years, 56. That is his current team. So I feel like he would most likely re-sign with them. Kevin Garnett is here at 36 years old. Brook Lopez is restricted. So yeah, if I was going to go after like a center, like the best realistic option would be like Marcus Camby. So I would love to get Dwight a deal, but I would also have to shed a ton of money to get him. All right, so I'm going to try to get Andre Iguodala, somebody I almost drafted early on. Could I trade Emeka Okafor and Josh Childress for Andre Iguodala? Let's see. They say no. I do have some other pieces I could throw in. Do you like, let's see. I would throw in Tony Allen potentially. They run out with some financials. Norris Cole, so they can't even afford that. So I got to start going to draft picks here. I'll give you my unprotected first next year. No. And I'll give you my unprotected first in 2015. So my 2013, 2015 unprotected first. That's going to be it. I can't really go more than 2 firsts right now. The most I can do is like 2 more seconds. Damn, I wanted Iggy. So I'm going to try to pivot to Luol Deng. I don't know how tough this is going to be. They don't really have a whole lot of money to work with. Why is T-Mac 2.5 stars? I don't know. So if I did Okafor and my unprotected first next year for Deng, they say no. Deng's under contract for 2 more years, correct? And I'll do my 2015 first. Can I throw in like Norris Cole? All right, let me see if I can do Cole instead of 2 first. They say no, and I'll throw in the 2015 first, but that's it. Damn. All right, so I may wait till like free agency gets a little bit going here to make a trade. Like I wasn't going to end up with Dwight Howard. I assume he goes back to Denver, and that is the case. I'm also going to sign Ryan Anderson to a 2-year deal. Actually, to a 3-year deal. A 2-year deal. So it's a 1+1, but I think that could be a good contract. All right, so what about Nicholas Batum? Could I sign, or could I trade Emeka Okafor, Josh Childress for Nick Batum, and I will give you my first rounder next year, and I'll give you my first rounder in 2015. Come on, man. I can't get Batum. Dang, Iggy. Okay, I do get Batum. I had to give up 2 seconds. So I just gave a lot there. Next year, we're going to go with Wall at the 1, Butler at the 2. We're going to Batum at the 3, Aldridge at the 4. I don't have, like, it's Tiago Splitter and Larry Sanders as my centers. I'm going to sign, like, Memento Core to a 1-year deal to be the 3rd stringer. Maybe he gets minutes. So I may have to trade for a center midseason and use my trade there. But we'll see. I move Okafor for Batum, who I'm excited about. Now we have, like, a good amount of wings. Like, I'm excited for Austin Rivers here. We have, obviously, Jimmy. Wesley Matthews got 3 years left. Expiring deal for Tony Allen. And I feel like this is becoming a good team. John Wall's a 90. Batum's an 85, who I think is a perfect fit with Jimmy Butler on the perimeter together, both defensively and offensively. And any contract extensions to get done before the season starts. Honestly, Tiago Splitter, I'm going to give a 2-year deal to. That's good with me. Can I re-sign Tony Allen? I can. Minimum contract. There we go. All right, so we're going to go with John Wall at the 1. Wow, 2K wants to do this. Not the way I want to do it. Jimmy at the 2. Batum at the 3. Aldridge at the 4. Wow. Batum, Aldridge, and Wesley Matthews. There you go. Portland Trailblazers reincarnated. So we're going to go Splitter and Sanders getting probably 24 minutes apiece. Splitting the center duties. I want Wesley Matthews getting like 24. Rivers getting like 15 as a rookie. Anderson, I like, he'll get 17 minutes. So that's good for now. I want John Wall getting 36. I want Jimmy and Batum getting 32. And let's go 36 to Aldridge for now. System proficiencies, 3 stars, 7 seconds. I know he gets hurt a lot, Aldridge, so maybe I shouldn't play him 36 minutes a night. Can we not go 1 and 2 to start off the year? All right, we go 2 and 1, and Aldridge is already hurt, man. This guy, it's been made of glass in this video. So Wall's off to a good start. I like what we got. I'll see you guys in a little bit. So we're 15 and 6. We're off to a great start, but guess who's hurt? LaMarcus Aldridge. He's been hurt every single year. It's actually ridiculous. Damn, Jimmy's been a bucket this year. Nick Batum has been solid, but I think the 3-point shot can become better. And John Wall, 12.5 assists so far. Oh my God. His first game back. First game back, he gets hurt. This is my 1st round pick that just can't stay healthy. And Larry Sanders goes down with a broken left leg. All right, so we're really good this year. We're 37 and 15. We're at the top of the Western Conference, but we've just had like a carousel of centers. Honestly, I may use my trade. I mean, Memento Core has actually been pretty good. How has Splitter been in these minutes? Like, he's not terrible. He's serviceable. But I'm going to, like, not forgive myself if the reason we lose is just the bad center play that we have going. Because I don't know. I could put Aldridge at the 5, start, like, 3 wings there. I don't know. Do I want to use my trade? It's so risky. That's, like, what makes the challenge and what's makes this kind of difficult, because this team can win a title legitimately this year. But my center rotation is Memento Core at 33, Larry Sanders, and Tiago Splitter. I think I'm just going to throw those guys out there. Ryan Anderson's been kind of disappointing, but he's been an elite 3-point shooter. Austin Rivers has been solid. Matthews is shooting 34 from 3. I think he'll heat up. All right, I'm going to save the trade, which could be very risky, especially if somebody gets hurt. I actually may need to fire my medical staff because people get hurt way too much. Russell Westbrook ended up winning MVP. Anthony Davis ended up winning Rookie of the Year. Okay, how did this fall to 3? 25 points and 13 rebounds. That's insane. Andre Drummond, 6-man. 80 D-point in his first year. And Marcus Morris, most improved with the Brooklyn Nets. Larry Brown, Coach of the Year. You have Russ, D-Rose, AD, LeBron, and Cousins on first team. Second team, you have John Wall, Chris Paul, Blake Griffin, Kevin Love, and Nikola Vucevic. Third team, you have Kobe, Bledsoe, Ibaka, Jimmy Butler, and Andrew Bynum. Shout out to Jimmy. 20 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists, almost. 47, 35, 77 splits. I'll take that. And John Wall in second team, I should have talked about more. So we have a really good team. Like, it's really freaking good. We didn't get anybody on it like an all-defensive team. We were the 1 seed. 51 wins. The West at the top was not as competitive this year. The Bobcats, they'll look like they're the team to beat, with Paul George and Russ developing perfectly for them. Did we end the season? Okay, so we had a 6.5 point differential. That would have been 3rd best in the Eastern Conference. So we'll see how far we can go. Knock on wood, but we're at full strength right now for the playoffs. The center rotation is so bad. It's so bad. Splitter shot 39% from the field. Memento Core 36%. And Sanders finished 39%. I legitimately do not know who to go with. At least Core could space the floor. All right, so Austin Rivers is going to get around like 10 minutes a night because I'm going to go to 38 to John Wall for the playoffs. So this is going to be the rotation. Wall, Butler, Batum, Aldridge, Splitter. With Matthews, I'm going to start a core actually. Anderson and Rivers coming off the bench. 3 stars, 7 seconds. Let's see if we can beat the Hornets here in round number 1. They have Carmelo Anthony. They have Jimmer Fredette, who's pretty good this year. They have Greg Monroe, and they have a 36-year-old KG who they signed, and Kirilenko. Game 1 goes to Sacramento. We won by 30. 68 combined between John Wall and Jimmy Butler. 17 assists, 4 steals, 2 blocks for John Wall. Welcome to the playoffs. And oh my God, man, I can't do it. I can't do this anymore. Marcus Aldridge gets hurt again. again. Do I want to put Batum at the 4? I'll probably start Ryan Anderson, who I'm asking so much out of. Jeez, man. Aldridge gets hurt every single year. All right, let's get like Tony Allen in there because we need a little bit of size and defense. So we'll go 16 to Allen. Oh my God. We'll go a little bit more here. All right, I'm going to have to really play Batum, Jimmy, and John Wall like a crap ton of minutes. Game 1 of the playoffs, he's like, I'm getting hurt. We're up 3-1, and we end up winning in 6. So in that series, John Wall averaged 25 and 13. Jimmy Butler averaged 22. If I can go to the conference finals without Aldridge, I think I'm trading him this offseason. I'm already thinking about that. So we're going up. Whoa. The Jazz could have had Steph, Tyreek Evans, and Anthony Davis, but you guys chose Paul Pierce at 35. Why? And you have David Lee. This team is kind of stacked. You could have had Anthony Davis. Oh my God. They fumbled the bag on that one. They may still beat us, though. We don't have Aldridge. They have Lou Will and Steph. Like, that's so cool. And Tyreek Evans. We won by 2 here in game 2. It's been a defensive slugfest so far. Lose game 3. We have yet to score over 100 points in the first 3 games. We win game 4. We drop 123. John Wall with 33. I'm asking so much out of Ryan Anderson, I know. We lose game 5. Oh my God, a blowout fashion. Jeez, 1 of 11 for Mehmet Okur, 3 of 10 for Batum. All right, game number 6. We lose this one, unfortunately. All right, so we make it to round 2. You have to think if Aldridge does not get hurt, we can make it to the conference finals. The Bobcats are back yet again. The Raptors have LeBron James, Kemba Walker, Gallinari, Hansbrough, Psycho T, Evan Turner, Henderson, couple North Carolina college guys. And then Utah's going up against OKC with Blake Griffin, Roy Hibbert, Omer Caspi, DeAndre Jordan. NBA Finals are consisting of the Charlotte Bobcats and the Oklahoma City Thunder. Let's see who ends up winning it all this year. The Bobcats go back-to-back, and Russell Westbrook is your Finals MVP. We were robbed of a John Wall versus Russell Westbrook NBA Finals, so hopefully next year it's a different story, but every single year, LaMarcus Aldridge has been hurt. So the Hornets are going to become the Pelicans. We're adopting an incremental luxury tax. We will not have a first-round pick this year because of the Nick Batum trade, which I think was perfect. Like, we were in line to go all the way, and it just did not happen. So the Hawks ended up winning maybe the Giannis sweepstakes here of the lottery. And is Aldridge healthy yet? He is. I'm probably going to trade Marcus Aldridge this offseason. I can't do this anymore. So I could trade him for Iguodala, finally get him, but I need frontcourt guys, right? Like, I could trade him for Al Horford. That would make some sense, but I still don't have a center. Okay, this is an interesting one. I can get Zebo at 32 and Tyson Chandler at 30. I mean, that just like upgrades the front court massively. It may be risky to go back to that one, but we'll see. I also like the Horford idea because Horford is really good. I mean, do you have a center, Memphis, that I could get from you? Yohan Petro's your best guy. Yeah. I think I need something more reliable. So let's do this after the draft, in which we didn't own a first-round pick. And Hawks fans, sorry. You guys did not take Giannis. You took Michael Carter-Williams. Hey, at least you're going to get the Rookie of the Year winner. Nerlens Noel goes to Philadelphia, but they didn't have to trade Drew Holiday for him. Rookie signings, yeah, we didn't have any rookies. So we're going to pick up the options on Jimmy, John Wall, definitely Anderson, Sanders, and Robbie Hummel. And let's go here to free agency. Norris Cole will get the QO. So do we have any free agents? We do not. We have a little bit of cap space here. Can I get like Damari Carroll? Interesting. So I'm gonna have to make like a big trade because I don't really have a lot of money. Who's the best like unrestricted guy? Serge Ibaka, KG, Blake Griffin's unrestricted. All right, so could I somehow trade LaMarcus Aldridge to San Antonio? He would reunite with Emeka Okafor for Brook Lopez and Andre Drummond. I get a counter. Like, I'm intrigued about this because I revamped the front court completely. I get Drummond and Lopez. I'll probably make Brook a power forward, but I lose Matthews. But do you think like Austin Rivers can replace Wesley Matthews? I could bring back like, I'm intrigued. I get Josh Childress back in this trade, he is what he is, and I could maybe trade him at the deadline. I'm intrigued about this one. Okay, never mind. I think I'm gonna try to make this trade with Phoenix. So I'd be getting year 2 Draymond and Al Jefferson for potentially Wesley Matthews and Marcus Aldridge. Now, instead of doing Wesley Matthews, like let's say I offered Larry Sanders and I offered Thiago Splitter. No, he doesn't really have much value. I could offer Austin Rivers. Like, I'd probably rather keep Wesley Matthews than Austin Rivers. So could I do Aldridge and Rivers for Green and Jefferson? They would want Sanders and Hummel, and I get a first rounder out of this. All right, let's do it. Welcome to the team, Draymond Green and Al Jefferson. So next year, it's going to be John Wall, Jimmy Butler, Batum, with Wesley Matthews as the 6th man, Draymond, and Al Jefferson. I'm also going to be signing Nikola Pekovic to a 1+1 to be the 3rd string center, hopefully. Yep, he's going to agree to that. That means Mehmet Okur is gone. I'm going to sign Kyle Korver to a 1+1. Essentially, if I can't bring back Marco Bellinelli. Signing some grandpas here. We're going to get Andre Miller, hopefully, and Derek Fisher, 37 and 38 years old. And I can also bring back Marco Bellinelli as well on a 1+1. Cool. So that's going to be it for us this offseason. Norris Cole is going to be gone. Any big switch ups here at the top? Curry stays in Utah. Harden stays in Milwaukee. DeRozan stays in Detroit. Jennings stays in Cleveland. Baca stays. Evans stays. Blake stays. All right, pretty much everybody stayed. All right, so hopefully Draymond and Al Jefferson could just be a little bit healthier than LaMarcus Aldridge this year, and this team should win a title. But to re-sign John Wall now, he's going to get over $13 million a year. It's funny how those contracts used to look back in the day. All right, so it's going to be John Wall at the 1, Jimmy at the 2, Batum at the 3, Draymond 4, Jefferson 5, Wesley Matthews as the 6th man. Like, Korver's going to get like 13 minutes a night. Anderson could get 18. Splitter or Pekovic? We'll go to Splitter first as the backup 5, and then I don't know if I want a backup point guard in there. I may just get Bellinelli. Like, actually, I don't even know if I'm going to play a 10-man rotation. We'll see. So we'll go 36 to John Wall, 35 to Jimmy, 33 to Batum, 32 to Draymond, 33 to Al Jefferson. Let's do it. System proficiency. We'll go to defense is actually pretty good at 3.5 stars. Why not? Let's see how that works. We start off the season 2-1. I'll take it. We'll keep an eye on Al Jefferson as well this year. 32-10 for John Wall. We play the Suns here on November 22nd. Watch like somebody get hurt and I'm gonna look like a fool, and it's just like we're cursed with injuries. All right, we're getting off to a solid start. 11-6 with a kind of like a new roster. Aldridge this year 13-11. Okay. And Austin Rivers off to a good start. And we are dominating this year. 42-10 with a 15-point differential on an 8-game winning streak. How about that? The Phoenix Suns are 17-32 with LaMarcus Aldridge, who's been good. Has he missed some time this year? He's played, let's see, 39 games. They played 49 games, so he's missed about 10. And yeah, you know what? We've been healthy this year. Draymond's played 52. Oh my God, Draymond's a beast, man. 14, 9, and 7. Oh yeah, 35 from 3. We're getting prime Draymond right now. Al Jefferson, he's been good. Ryan Anderson, good from 3, not great from 2, but yeah, this team is in position to win it all. I can make a trade, right? Like, I feel comfortable that we could win it all at the end of the year. Should I make a trade? But I don't know. I think like my starting 5 is perfect, unless I wanted to like upgrade Al Jefferson. But I like what we got right now. I lied. I'm making a trade. So I'm gonna be trading the 2014 Suns top 10 protected pick. If it was unprotected, I would be hesitant on that. But it's top 10, and it feels like they'll be in the top 10. I'm trading my first Marco Bellinelli and Derek Fisher for Kwame Brown and Enes Kanter. He was still Kanter at the time. And he's got 1 more year of team control, and he's gonna be a major backup or an upgrade at the backup 5. Compared to like Tiago Splitter or Nikola Pekovic. And John Wall wins MVP. Let's go. 23 points, 5 rebounds, 11 assists. Giannis Rookie of the Year. Anthony Randolph, 6th man of the year for the LA Clippers. Yeah, pretty good. He could win Most Improved as well. Kawhi Depoy, Evan Fournier, Most Improved. They love giving it to sophomores. And we won 67 games. Man, I love LaMarcus Aldridge. I took him in the first round because I love him, but it's a shame that we were always held back because he was just constantly injured for us. So we end up getting John Wall and All-NBA first team. Obviously, he won MVP. We were the 1 seed going up against the Jazz, who eliminated us last year, but we have a chance to get revenge. We won 29 more games than them. I'm going to like to think that we're going to beat them here in round number 1. So let's see how I want to adjust this rotation. It's going to be this 9-man. Let's go 15 to Anderson, 13 to Korver. That's fine with Kanter. Wesley Matthews. We'll go like 23 too, because I want to go 38 to John Wall, 37 to Jimmy Butler. And we'll do 1 more to Draymond. System proficiency, 3.5 star defense. We'll stick with that. All right, so let's hope to beat Utah in round number 1. We beat them in 6. So hopefully that was just because Steph maybe went nuclear at times. Ryan Anderson shot 35 from the field. Draymond shot 37% from the field. Steph averaged 23 points. I mean, it's not giving me the most confidence. So we're going up against Dirk, who's still really good at 35 years old. Him and Valanciunas, 6-man Anthony Randolph there in LA. We win the first 2, win the first 3. Okay, there we go. I like to see that. We sweep round number 2. John Wall averaged 25 and 12. And then you got Indiana and Charlotte over here in the conference finals. Chris Paul, Rudy Gay, Gortat, and Diaw versus a team that's been kind of a dynasty. So we'll see if we can beat OKC. We win game number 1 by 24. Wesley Matthews knocked down 13 free throws. Oh my God. Free throw merchants, John Wall and Wesley Matthews. We win game 2 by 20. There we go. Game 3, we lose by 5. John Wall had 14 assists in this one. Game number 4, bang, there we go. 134, 105, 60 combined between these 3. All right, game number 5 goes to Sacramento, and we're in the NBA Finals. We've actually had insane injury luck this year as well. Everybody's been healthy in the playoffs and the regular season. I don't know what voodoo I did, but I'll take it. We allowed less than 100 points per game, which is pretty sick. We had a 15.6 point differential, and we're going up against the Indiana Pacers. So the Bobcats are not making it here. Chris Paul leading the way. Paul Millsap, Will Barton, Diaw, Rudy Gay. Obviously a great scorer. So yeah, you got Sacramento versus Indiana, 2 major markets here in the NBA Finals. Let's see what happens here. Game 1 goes to Sacramento, 122-102. Game number 2, Sacramento wins 133, 79. John Wall with a 24-point triple-double. 42 from Jefferson and Wesley Matthews. And Draymond had a 10, 10, and 10 game. Game 3 goes to Sacramento, 124, 121. Draymond with a triple-double. Do not blow a 3-0 lead, and we sweep the NBA Finals. So the Jazz, the 8-seeded 38-win Jazz, gave us our toughest series here in the playoffs. And John Wall is your Finals MVP. 22 points, 7 rebounds, and 12 assists. This was a fun end to NBA 2K25. And I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, I would appreciate you dropping a thumbs up. Let me know what you guys think about 2K26 coming up. I'm pre-recording this a little bit before we get like the major My NBA news, which actually should be out already. So yeah, hope you guys are excited about 2K26. I'm as well. First video will be out either Thursday night, late Thursday night, or early Friday morning. I'll catch y'all there. Peace.